What is up, JG Crew? And today we're going to do a 1 month check-in while also talking about the new update that has just came out for the Star Wars season. Um, and first, before we begin this talk, make sure to like and subscribe in these videos so you don't ever miss any of these talks, any of these gameplays, whatever, any of this Fortnite content. Stick with it, stick with me. We have a lot of fun around here, make some cool stuff, and yeah, turn your nose on. We got more content coming your way. You can get all your news, insight, and analysis on Fortnite Galactic Battle um, for the whole season and beyond the season. But nonetheless, so yesterday we had some new lightsabers added with some force abilities, and they have those flip thingies. So these lightsabers definitely slightly help the mobility of the season. As you guys know, if you played the season, mobility has been a problem. That's gonna bring us to our first topic. We're gonna get the cons out of the way because there's been really not many. And the first con's like the mobility, and that's about it. Could this be from last season? I don't know. I would say no. Last season had too much mobility, you know. I think last season would have been good if it was just a rocket drill and shockwaves, and not if the kneecapper was not like in the game at all. Would have made last season probably slightly better, I guess. And then if like shield breaker EMPs were in the game, which we do have this season, by the way. I just kind of wonder with Fortnite is the mobility is when are they gonna get the mobility thing, and when are they gonna have it come together? When is it gonna come together? And like, even if there's a lot of mobility, there's a counter to it because it feels like Fortnite doesn't want to have counters to the mobility, so they want to limit it. And right now we only have shockwaves and lightsabers. That's it. That's all we got. And by the way, shockwaves don't spawn often. That's definitely something I think can help this season is increased spawn rate of shockwaves can be nice. Obviously, if you guys see, I only carry one slot of mobility. I might start carrying like 2 slots of shockwaves. Like I'll carry 12 shockwaves, or I'll carry a lightsaber and shockwaves and just carry a. I haven't tried much of the auto shotgun. I might want to do that. We should probably do that. What do you guys think I should try the auto shotgun? There's one guy who beat my butt with it pretty much. I was like, whoa. I think he probably double headshot me. I don't remember. It was a tough one. I don't think it's going to be in this gameplay loop, but if I can find it, I will put it in there. I think I still have it, so you guys will definitely want to see that clip. It would be pretty cool to see. But nonetheless, the mobility is really the only con of this season through this first week. And I've also learned for this first week is these Star Wars POIs are a ton of fun. I really like all of them. But they're on the side of the map. They're on the side of the map. I think, man, I would really like these POIs to be like in the middle. You know, I want it to be like that chapter. You know, not chapter 2, season 2, but like that chapter. What's the season? I don't know season. Name a season, guys, where it was like all the POIs were kind of in the middle, and that's where all the good loot was. Kind of just name it. If you guys can name a season, please do. It'd be really awesome. I'd appreciate it a ton. Maybe like I'm saying like Tilted Towers like Chaos, But there's different POIs circular to an area, and it has the mystics and stuff. You can even consider this Mega City, right? Something like that. That would have been cool for them to do, but they didn't, unfortunately, which is unfortunate. Like 3 of the 4 POIs are like viable for cool mystics and stuff. I also would have liked the mystics to be stronger, man. This season, can you guys tell? Mystics are kind of like whatever to get. They feel like a rarity up above. Like, Chad, do you guys like, strong mythics that have like a different, unique something that makes them special? Or do you like just the one rarity up above kind of thing where it's extra damage or whatever? I do like that they added the extra fire rate to the, blaster thing, the F11 one. That was cool. But I really wish they would, have some unique thing like the mythic scar from chapter 2 season 2 Or like the fire rate's not like a barely increase. It's like really increased, where it's like you feel like you have to get it. Obviously, you have to land at a location to get it, so that's kind of, makes it a little harder to do. I don't understand why people dislike that. Like, if you have to go to a location to get a medallion, doesn't it make it fun? It's because other people, like, don't want to fight, which I find funny. People don't want medallions in specific locations because they don't want to go there and play contested. Well, then what's the point of playing the game if you're not going to go to an area where there's a lot of fights, you know? It's a battle royale game. You don't want to land out in a boring area with bots rather than go for a good mystic. But anyway, I would like some buffs to the mystics. Like, I think the increased fire rate on the F11 blaster, I want them to buff that. Like, I want them to make it stronger. And then a medallion, I don't know how they can buff this thing. I don't think they can. It's gonna have to stay how it is. Like, it reduces the cooldown on blasters or overheating in blasters. Like, I don't see the point of that. Like, where's the difference? It feels like a weak version of it. Like, I guess they can make the cooldown more impactful, like the reducement more impactful, I guess. Anyways, all I'm saying is that I think that the loot at first order base, the mythics there should be buffed because I like the POI. It just isn't worth it there with all the tough fights. And now it's on the edge of the map when the loot there is just kind of eh. It's very mid because you're going into an area where the map becomes kind of tough to navigate because you got magic mosses and pump power. POIs are not necessarily my favorite to be around if I don't have to be. But there's a lot of positives, and guys, how do we like all blasters? How do we like that all we have to do is stop shooting a gun for it to just recharge? How do we like that? Do we want that in Fortnite like forever? Seriously, I enjoy that so much. I don't have to reload a gun this season. Like, it's so awesome. It's so nice that we don't have to reload guns. I enjoy that part of Fortnite where they can overheat. But if you prevent overheating, you feel like it's close to overheating, like you got that feeling, you stop shooting and you have no issue to it. It's pretty cool. I really enjoy that. And how do we enjoy the strong DMR? Because that thing can hit. I really enjoy it, but man, the thing is game changing. But yeah, with this season, I think mainly is that we need a little bit more mobility. All I care about is more variety of lightsabers, more lightsabers you can get on the map, higher spawn chance of shockwaves. I also would like to see buffs of the medallion and mythic weapon at the first order base. And Vader's lightsaber being more powerful would be nice too, because that kind of can make the map, a little bit more fun to be around. And then things that, maybe we are a little bit bummed about, like POIs being on the edge of the map. That's kind of something that just isn't going to change, which is okay. But anyways, guys, like this is, I think, a pretty good time to have a season like this. I don't know why this is called Chapter 6 Mid-Season 1 and not Season 3. Because I want to consider this a Season 3 just to hopefully say it breaks the curse of Season 3s. If there even is one, I think Chapter 3 Season 3 and Chapter 4 Season 3 were a lot more hated on and didn't feel like a curse of Season 3s. I mean, Chapter 5 Season 3, well, that's a different story, right? But, anyways, I like this season. As long as they can add a little more mobility, like a little bit more shockwave spawns, more lightsabers, as long as they can keep stuff balanced, which I think with their items is not going to be an issue. Plus, we have jetpacks coming, so that'll help mobility. Oh, we can even hit people out of the air with the A280. That'd be fun too. A lot of different ways to play this season. But yeah, I think this season is good. And the issues I listed, by the way, are like things that Epic just fixes because from feedback, which that's pretty cool, man. I'm excited, man. This is what we needed, man. We have needed something like this for a while. It's been tough. It's been a tough road. Fortnite's been in a state where it's just needed improvement, and we got it what we wanted, and we gotta appreciate this season because if Epic takes the feedback that we want POIs in a more center area of the map, And if we want stronger mythics, I mean, then they do the simple things right. I mean, Fortnite's back, you know? It's as simple as that. And this season's starting to feel like that. And I'm really happy about that because I'm glad I can play Fortnite and actually it can be respectable on like Marvel Rivals, which that game just is kind of, I don't know, it's all over the place. Hero shooters are kind of a mess, and that's how it goes. But anyway, let me know how you guys are enjoying the season. How you guys enjoying the new update? Thanks for watching. Next update's going to be a banner for the season. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.